Intuition is one of the most powerful tools that the chosen ones possess, functioning as a spiritual compass that guides them in moments of uncertainty. To use it effectively, it is essential to learn to differentiate between the voice of intuition and the noise of the mind. Intuition usually manifests as a calm and certain feeling, while thoughts generate doubts and anxiety. Before making an important decision, take a moment of silence to connect with yourself. Ask clear questions and observe the sensations that arise. If a specific path brings a feeling of peace, even if challenging, it is likely the right one. The more you trust your intuition, the stronger it will become, allowing you to make decisions aligned with your purpose. Maintaining emotional and energetic balance is essential for the chosen ones, who often face intense highs and lows in their journey. Daily spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or even moments of reflection are fundamental for establishing a solid foundation. Meditation helps to silence the mind, making it easier to hear the inner voice and strengthen the spiritual connection. Prayer, on the other hand, is a form of direct dialogue with the divine, allowing you to express your intentions, ask for guidance, and receive clarity. Dedicating just 10 minutes a day to these practices can transform your perspective, renew your energy, and bring balance amid challenges. The chosen ones have a unique energetic sensitivity, which can be both a gift and a challenge. To protect your energy, it is important to adopt simple practices like protection visualizations. An effective technique is to imagine a golden light enveloping your entire body, like a shield that blocks negative energies. Additionally, avoiding toxic people and environments whenever possible helps to preserve your inner peace. Another powerful tool is energetic cleansing, which can be done with herbal baths like rosemary and rue, or even with deep breathing practices, consciously releasing all accumulated energy that is not yours. Chosen ones need to prioritize self-care as part of their routine. This means creating intentional moments to take care of the body, mind, and spirit. Eating a balanced diet, drinking plenty of water, and dedicating time to physical activity contribute to maintaining high vital energy. On a spiritual level, creating a sacred space at home can help cultivate an environment of peace and connection. This space can include symbolic objects such as candles, crystals, or sacred books, where you can reconnect with yourself and the divine. Establishing these routines not only helps maintain balance, but also strengthens your spiritual connection. Emotions, especially intense ones, are important tools in the journey of a chosen one. Instead of suppressing feelings such as sadness, anger, or frustration, learn to use them as indicators that something in your life needs attention. For example, sadness can be a sign of disconnection or longing for something greater, while anger can indicate boundaries that need to be reinforced. To deal with these emotions, write about what you feel, do breathing exercises, or simply allow yourself to feel them without judgment. When used correctly, emotions become powerful allies that help identify what is necessary to align your life with your divine purpose. Now that we have explored the internal signs of the chosen ones, it is time to move into even more fascinating territory, the second group of secret signs. These are the external signs, those that you can not only perceive but also manifest visibly in the world around you. Let's delve into the challenges that seem to pursue you, the natural phenomena that speak directly to your soul, and the synchronicities that prove nothing is by chance. And most importantly, we will provide practical tools so that you can consciously identify and interpret these signs, using them as guides in your spiritual journey. What is about to be revealed can completely transform the way you perceive your connection with the universe. The chosen ones are like diamonds being polished. One of the most evident signs that you carry a special mission is the almost inevitable attraction to seemingly inexplicable challenges. These challenges can arise as financial, familial, emotional problems, or even health issues. But the reason for this is profound. God, or the universe, is preparing you for something greater. Just as gold is purified by fire, the chosen ones face difficulties to develop resilience, strength, and wisdom. These challenges are not a punishment, but a way to shape your character and awaken the potential necessary to fulfill the divine purpose in your life. One of the most striking external signs of a chosen one is their ability to impact the people around them, even without conscious effort. It doesn't matter if you are silent or in a casual conversation, your energy is perceived. Some may feel comfort and inspiration in your presence, while others may feel an inexplicable discomfort, especially if they carry negative intentions. This happens because the chosen ones radiate an elevated spiritual energy, which serves as a mirror for those around them. Your light exposes both the goodness and the shadows in people, which can provoke intense reactions, for better or worse. The chosen ones have a unique connection with nature and the elements of the environment. It is common to feel a deep peace when walking in a forest, observing the sea, or being under a starry sky. These moments of connection are not only pleasant, but often come accompanied by specific signs. For example, birds may appear at moments of reflection, butterflies may cross your path in important situations, or you may notice the synchronicity of natural events with your emotions. This attunement with the natural world is a constant reminder that you are aligned with a greater purpose. Another powerful external sign that the chosen ones frequently experience is the presence of repeated numbers, such as 1111, 2222, or 444. These numbers are not coincidences. They are messages from the universe or higher forces trying to communicate with you. Each number carries a specific spiritual meaning, and seeing them repeatedly indicates that you are on the right path or that you need to pay attention to something important. For example, the number 1111 is often associated with spiritual portals and new beginnings, while 444 can represent divine protection and guidance. Animals also play a significant role in the journey of the chosen ones. You may notice that certain animals appear frequently in your life or at crucial moments. For example, a specific bird may sing around you during moments of prayer or meditation, or a cat may seem attracted to your presence. These encounters are not mere coincidences. They are signs that you are being watched and guided by higher forces. Each animal carries a spiritual symbolism, and their appearances can bring messages of comfort, warning, or encouragement. Natural phenomena can also reflect the spiritual moment of a chosen one. For example, you may notice that certain weather events seem to align with your feelings or decisions. Maybe the sky becomes incredibly clear after a period of confusion in your life, or a gentle rain starts to fall while you reflect on an emotional problem. These alignments are reminders that you are connected to the greater flow of creation and that your emotions and intentions have an impact on the environment around you. The chosen ones often attract people into their lives in inexplicable ways. This can include strangers who open up to you in public, colleagues who seek your guidance, or even people who try to get close for reasons they themselves do not understand. This personal magnetism is a reflection of your inner light, which acts as a beacon for those seeking answers or healing. However, this same magnetism can also attract people with negative intentions, requiring you to be vigilant and keep your energies protected. The presence of a chosen one never goes unnoticed. Some people may instantly admire you, while others may feel aversion or even hostility without apparent reason. This happens because your spiritual light is capable of exposing deep, unconscious truths. Sometimes this exposure is uncomfortable for those who are not ready to deal with their own shadows. This kind of reaction is a clear sign that you carry a unique and transformative energy that profoundly impacts the world around you. Synchronicities are events that seem like coincidences, but have a much greater meaning. For the chosen ones, these synchronicities are common and act as external signs that they are on the right path. You might be thinking about someone and that person calls, or you might find exactly the resource you need at the right time. These connections are ways for the universe to guide your journey and prove that you are being cared for and directed. The chosen ones have a natural ability to perceive what is happening around them, even without logical explanation. You might feel when something is wrong, even if the evidence says otherwise, or you might anticipate situations before they occur. This heightened intuition is a spiritual gift that allows you to navigate the world with more security and purpose. Sometimes your intuition may manifest as a premonition or even as premonitory dreams, guiding you toward the right decisions. These external signs are powerful reminders that the chosen ones are connected to something much greater than they can imagine. Each challenge, synchronicity, and natural phenomenon is a piece of a grand puzzle, guiding you toward your spiritual awakening and the fulfillment of your purpose. The first step to identifying the symbolic messages around you is to be attentive and present in the moment. Often, important signs go unnoticed because we are distracted by worries or daily routines. For the chosen ones, the world around functions as a spiritual mirror, reflecting messages in symbolic forms, such as repeated numbers, unexpected encounters, or even patterns in nature. An effective technique is to keep a synchronicity journal. Whenever you notice something out of the ordinary, like seeing a butterfly during a moment of reflection or a repeated number several times in a single day, Note what happened, how you felt, and what thoughts were in your mind at that moment. This will help you identify patterns and understand the meaning of these messages more clearly. One of the most powerful tools you have to interpret external signs is your own intuition. When something in the environment catches your attention, ask yourself, what does this mean to me? Your intuition acts as a spiritual compass, guiding you to the right answers. For example, if you notice a bird landing near you in a moment of doubt, ask yourself, what does this presence want to communicate to me? Often, signs are accompanied by a specific feeling or emotion, such as calm, confidence, or alertness. These feelings are valuable clues to decipher what is being revealed. Trust this inner sense, even if logic cannot fully explain it. The challenges you face are not random obstacles, but carefully placed opportunities on your path for spiritual growth. To transform difficulties into learning, start by changing your perspective. Ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? For example, a conflict at work may be teaching you about patience and assertiveness, while a loss may be preparing you to appreciate more deeply what really matters in life. A useful practice is to meditate or pray about the challenges, asking for clarity to understand the purpose behind them. By doing so, you begin to see each difficulty as part of a greater plan, designed to shape your strength and wisdom. Meditation is an indispensable tool for the chosen ones who seek to interpret external signs. Reserving daily moments to quiet the mind and focus on breathing creates a space where spiritual messages can be more clearly understood. During meditation, visualize the challenges or signs you have noticed and ask the universe or God what they mean. Often, the answers come in the form of intuitions, images, or sensations that you can interpret more clearly after this moment of spiritual connection. Additionally, reflection is equally important. Reflect on how the signs align with the current moment in your life, asking yourself what changes or actions are necessary to move towards your purpose. External signs are intrinsically linked to your relationship with the spiritual environment. To deepen this connection, practice the habit of observing the details around you. Note how nature, the behaviors of others, or even seemingly random events may be aligned with your thoughts and feelings. One example is to actively thank for the signs received, even if you do not fully understand their meaning yet. This act of gratitude strengthens your attunement with the energies around you and opens doors for more messages to be revealed. Additionally, visualize yourself as part of a greater whole, where each interaction, sound, or image is an essential component of your spiritual journey. Thus, you will become a more receptive channel for the messages the universe is sending. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know how to recognize your true potential? Often, it is hidden in the experiences we live, the challenges we face, and even the signs we ignore daily. What you will see next goes far beyond common concepts. Get ready to understand how your spiritual awakening can transform your life. The process of spiritual awakening is not simple or linear. It often arises in moments of crisis, loneliness, or transition, when human logic seems unable to explain the events. Chosen ones experience unique signs, intense dreams, inexplicable coincidences, and a deep feeling that something greater is calling them. These signs challenge logic because they do not connect with the material world, but with a spiritual truth that only the most attentive can grasp. Perhaps you have felt out of place, as if you do not belong in this world. This feeling, far from being a defect, is confirmation that you carry something extraordinary. The call to recognize your potential begins when you stop seeking external validation and start listening to the voice of your soul. It is at this point that you realize that the signs are not coincidences, but clear messages from the universe to guide you to your purpose. Chosen ones often report experiences that seem magical or supernatural. For example, repeatedly encountering numbers like 1111, feeling an inexplicable connection with people or places, or even predicting events before they happen. These events are not the result of chance. They are invitations for you to explore the depth of your own spirituality. They say, wake up. Your potential is ready to be revealed. Stop for a moment and reflect. What were the events in your life that most challenged your understanding of reality? Was there a moment when you felt that something or someone was trying to communicate something greater to you? Maybe a near-death experience, a transformative encounter, or an unexpected change. These moments are not random. They mark the beginning of your awakening and are the starting point for discovering your true power. Recognizing your potential as a chosen one requires deep introspection. One of the most effective ways to start this journey is by creating a spiritual journal. By recording your experiences, dreams, and intuitions, you begin to identify patterns and messages that previously went unnoticed. This journal becomes a compass, guiding you closer to your divine essence. Grab a notebook or open an app and start noting the signs you perceive in your daily life. Record thoughts that appear out of nowhere, inexplicable feelings, and events that defy logic. By revisiting these notes, you will see clear connections and realize that the universe is in constant communication with you. This is the first step to understanding your role as a chosen one. Spiritual awakening can be overwhelming, but clarity can be brought through meditation. Dedicate a few minutes of your day to quieting the mind and focusing on your breath. Use guided meditations, focusing on the divine purpose, to access deeper parts of your consciousness. By doing this, you will realize that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be discovered. One of the clearest signs that you are on the right path is the feeling of peace that arises when you recognize your purpose. This does not mean that your life will be free of challenges, but that you will start to see them as growth tools. This is the moment when you understand that your journey as a chosen one is unique, and that your strength lies precisely in what sets you apart. Often, the signs of spiritual awakening come disguised as obstacles. Financial difficulties, toxic relationships, or even periods of isolation are common among the chosen ones. These moments serve as trials to strengthen your faith and align you with your destiny. Face these situations as lessons, not punishments, and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Now ask yourself, what recurring patterns do you identify in your life? Are there situations or people that seem to always appear to test your patience, faith, or determination? These patterns are important clues about what you need to work on to unlock your full spiritual potential. Recognize them and start acting consciously to transform them. Explore meditations focused on aligning with your purpose. Visualize yourself as someone completely connected to your divine mission. Imagine divine light enveloping you and guiding your steps. These practices help to eliminate mental and emotional confusion, allowing you to feel more centered and connected to what really matters. Being a chosen one means carrying a strength that few understand. But to access this strength, you first need to recognize and respect it. The chosen ones face many trials throughout life, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why does this happen? These difficulties are not a punishment, but rather spiritual training. They are designed to strengthen the spirit, expand the connection with God, and reveal the true purpose of your existence. Imagine a warrior who goes through intense battles. Each fight is not just a challenge, but an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This is also the path of the chosen ones. From an early age, the chosen ones are subjected to situations that test their faith, patience, and strength. These challenges are not accidental, but intentional. God allows these trials to happen so that you are shaped according to His divine purpose. It's like a rough stone being polished into a diamond. The more intense the polishing, the brighter the result. Thus, difficulties should not be seen as barriers, but as steps toward your spiritual growth. One of the reasons why the chosen ones face so many trials is because their souls have a high calling. Those who carry a great mission need spiritual preparation that matches it. Each difficulty serves as a practical lesson to strengthen your faith, sharpen your discernment, and develop emotional resilience. For example, situations of rejection often teach the importance of seeking validation in God, not in others. It is in solitude that many chosen ones discover the power of divine communion. Trials are also divine tools to reveal hidden abilities and gifts. During the most challenging moments, you may discover talents you didn't even know you possessed. Imagine someone who faces a series of financial losses, but, in the process, discovers abilities to lead, create, or innovate. This is not just a coincidence. It is God showing that He has already placed within you everything necessary to overcome any adversity and fulfill your purpose. In addition, trials help the chosen ones develop unwavering faith. Facing difficult situations teaches you to trust in God, even when all circumstances seem unfavorable. It is in the storm that we learn to hear God's voice and be guided by the light of faith. Thus, each struggle is an opportunity to deepen your spiritual connection. As it is written, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Another important aspect is that trials prepare the chosen ones to help other people. Those who go through the fire of difficulties have the ability to understand others' pain and offer genuine advice based on real experiences. For example, Someone who has overcome a serious illness can inspire others with their story of resilience and faith. In this way, your personal journey becomes a powerful testimony to impact lives around you. Difficulties also teach lessons of humility. Often, trials show us that we are not capable of facing everything alone and force us to seek help in God. This dependence is what strengthens our relationship with Him. It is not about weakness, but understanding that it is in surrender that we find our true strength. Remember, even the most powerful need to recognize that their power comes from above. Examples of extraordinary transformation can be found in various stories. Think of Joseph in the Bible, who was sold as a slave by his own brothers and ended up becoming the governor of Egypt. His journey was full of difficulties, but each trial prepared him for the grand purpose that God had for him. In the same way, each struggle you face today is shaping you for something greater. When the chosen ones begin to see trials as part of the divine plan, their lives are transformed. They stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What does God want to teach me with this?" This mindset shift is the first step toward true spiritual transformation. Difficulties cease to be burdens and become opportunities to grow in wisdom and grace. Trials are temporary, but the fruits they generate are eternal. Each struggle faced with faith and perseverance is an opportunity to get closer to God, strengthen your spirit, and prepare for the grand purpose He has reserved for you. If you're going through a difficult time now, know that this is part of the molding process. Trust in the divine plan and keep moving forward, because the best is yet to come. God does not choose the qualified, but qualifies the chosen. The trials faced by the chosen ones are actually a way for God to communicate and guide their journey. Just as a gardener cares for his plant, pruning parts that hinder healthy growth, God uses challenges to mold you according to His perfect vision. The signs that arise along the way are divine messages, indicating that you are being led to a greater purpose, even if they are not always easy to interpret. This communication is profound, a constant reminder that you are not alone, but being prepared for something extraordinary. Jesus, in His words and actions, showed us that trials are not signs of abandonment, but opportunities for growth. He said, "In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." John 16, verse 33. This statement teaches us that difficulties are part of the journey, but also gives us the assurance that victory is guaranteed for those who remain faithful. When we face trials, we should remember that they are divine tools to strengthen us and bring us closer to our spiritual essence, shaped by the connection with the Creator. The signs you perceive in your life, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, are like arrows pointing to the right path. For example, moments of inner restlessness may be a call to step out of your comfort zone and seek something greater. Financial difficulties, often interpreted as punishments, may be a message to learn to trust more in divine providence and less in external resources. Every situation has an intrinsic lesson, an opportunity for growth and alignment with the divine purpose. Jesus also taught us that the greatest gifts come through sacrifice and perseverance. He said, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me." Matthew 16, verse 24. The cross here does not only symbolize suffering, but the acceptance of a greater purpose that transcends immediate difficulties. For the chosen ones, each trial is like carrying a personal cross, a journey that, although difficult, leads to spiritual liberation and fulfillment of destiny. These crosses are clear signs that you have been called to something extraordinary. From this perspective, the signs that you are a chosen one are not only manifested in difficulties, but also in the inner changes they provoke. When you become more patient, more resilient, more compassionate, it is proof that God is working within you. Think of the moments when you were challenged and still felt an inexplicable strength to continue. This is the divine presence guiding your steps, showing that you are never alone, even in the darkest moments. The signs can come in moments of silence, when everything seems lost, and a small light of hope emerges. Or they can come through people, words, or events that almost miraculously appear exactly when you need them most. This subtle communication from God is a demonstration that He is always attentive, guiding you to the right path, even when you cannot see the whole picture. These signs are proof that there is a divine purpose in everything that happens. Trials also teach us to trust in divine timing. Jesus said, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Matthew 6, verse 33. This shows us that by prioritizing the spiritual connection and trusting the process, all things necessary for our growth and mission will be provided. The signs and trials are constant reminders that there is a greater plan, and that trusting in God is the way to achieve what has been reserved for you. A powerful example of Jesus' teaching is the concept that what often seems like a loss is, in fact, a spiritual gain. He said, "Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it." Matthew 10 verse 39. This means that by leaving behind the ego, doubts, and fears, you make room to fully live out the divine purpose. Trials, as difficult as they may seem, are tools to help you abandon what no longer serves you and embrace what truly matters. When the chosen ones recognize the signs and trials as a form of divine communication, they find the strength to move forward with faith and confidence. Each difficulty transforms into an opportunity to align with God's plan, strengthening the spirit and revealing hidden gifts. This understanding allows you to see beyond the immediate suffering, perceiving the beauty of the purpose that is being built within you. The divine signs and trials are not sent to defeat you, but to strengthen you. They are reminders that you have been chosen by God, shaped for a unique mission. With each step, you are being guided and empowered to fulfill this calling. Trust in this process and know that even when everything seems to be falling apart, a divine purpose is being fulfilled. You were called to shine, and each trial is just a stage of this glorious journey. The most awaited moment has arrived, and I need you to pay close attention to what I am about to reveal now. Throughout this video, we have talked about profound signs, unique manifestations, and special characteristics that distinguish the chosen ones. But what comes next is different from everything that has been said before. This is the final revelation, the most powerful sign, the one that not only defines who you are, but also the extraordinary purpose that God and the universe have prepared for you. This is the key point that connects all the experiences you have ever had and transforms your perception of your journey. Stay with me, because understanding this sign could be the turning point for the complete awakening of your spiritual potential. Among all the signs we have discussed, there is one that few have the courage to fully accept or understand. It is not something that shines to the eyes or immediately catches attention. It is not something that people around you can easily perceive. In fact, this sign often goes unnoticed, hidden like a treasure in the midst of darkness. We are talking about the ability to carry silence and inner wisdom. This invisible but overwhelming force is the true hallmark of the most powerful chosen ones. Carrying silence does not just mean being in quietness, but mastering the art of hearing God's voice amidst chaos. When the world is shouting, when the opinions and judgments of others echo in your mind, the powerful chosen one is the one who can retreat to their inner space and find divine guidance there. This ability to filter external noise and connect with what is eternal and true is what sustains the chosen ones on their journey. Remaining silent in times of turbulence requires courage. We live in an era where everyone feels the need to express their opinions, justify their actions, and seek validation at any cost. But the chosen one understands that not all battles are won with words. In the wisdom of silence, they find the strength to discern which fights are truly theirs and which should be left in God's hands. Silence is, in fact, a demonstration of absolute trust in the divine purpose. The inner wisdom that accompanies this silence is a rare gift. It does not come from reading books or external advice, but from a deep relationship with God and the Spirit. It is through this silence that the chosen one perceives the answers that have always been within them. They understand that their intuition, aligned with the divine will, is an infallible guide that will lead them to fulfill their purpose, even if the path seems nebulous to others. This ability to carry silence is also closely linked to patience. The most powerful chosen ones know that the answer or solution will not always be immediate. Instead of despairing or rushing, they choose to wait, trusting that God's timing is perfect. While waiting, they do not remain inactive. On the contrary, they strengthen their faith, cultivate their wisdom, and prepare for the moment when they will be called to act. Another crucial aspect of this sign is the absence of the need for external validation. The chosen one who masters silence does not need to prove anything to anyone. They understand that their value does not lie in what others say or think, but in what God has already decreed about their life. This inner security is what sets them apart from the masses, who often seek approval to feel complete. But this strength is not easy to carry. Silence can be frightening, especially when it confronts the chosen one with their own doubts and fears. It is at this moment that true spiritual strength is proven. The chosen one learns to face their shadows and transform them into light, knowing that silence is not empty, but but a sacred space where God's voice can be heard clearly. Amidst the world's chaos, those who carry silence and inner wisdom become points of balance. They not only survive the storms, they become anchors for those around them. Without saying a word, their presence transmits peace, security, and the certainty that everything is under divine control. They reflect God's light in a way that goes beyond words. Therefore, the most powerful sign a chosen one can carry is this alliance with silence and inner wisdom. It is not something to be flaunted or displayed, but a force that works behind the scenes, shaping destiny and impacting lives subtly yet profoundly. This sign is the key to living a life in total alignment with God's purpose, without distractions or external interferences. If you have made it this far, know that this sign is already within you. Perhaps you have not yet fully recognized it, but the ability to carry silence and inner wisdom is what makes you a true chosen one. Now is the time to embrace this strength and allow it to guide every step of your journey. God is speaking to you. Just silence the world to hear him. Now that you know the signs, the choice is in your hands. Are you ready to embrace your true identity as a chosen one? This is the moment to decide whether you will continue to let the noise of the world overshadow your essence, or will deeply connect with the wisdom and silence that dwell within you. The journey will not be easy, but it is in your ability to hear God's voice and remain faithful to the purpose, even amid adversities, that you will find the strength needed to transform not only your life but also the lives of those around you. What will you do with this calling? Which of these signs do you recognize in your life? Share in the comments, as your story could be the inspiration someone needs to continue their journey. And as an act of faith, write in the comments, "I accept my purpose." This is the first step to strengthening your connection with the divine calling. Thank you for accompanying me this far. If this content resonated in your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also identify with it. Now that you have discovered the secret signs of the most powerful chosen ones, there is an essential piece missing to complete this spiritual journey. In the next video, you will understand the divine secret that connects the chosen ones to narcissists in a shocking and transformative way. Don't let this revelation pass by. Click now and discover what can change your life forever. Have you ever wondered why certain moments in your life seem loaded with a meaning that no one else perceives? Or why you feel deep down that you are called to something much greater? There are secret signs that only the most powerful chosen ones carry, and these signs are not coincidence. They are part of a spiritual journey carefully designed by something greater. Today, I'm going to reveal what lies behind these signs and how they are the key to your spiritual awakening. But beware, the last sign I'm going to share may forever change the way you see your life. Stay with me, because ignoring these revelations could mean missing out on a fundamental piece of your purpose. Let's embark on this journey together that promises to be transformative. Perhaps you have felt that the world around you doesn't make sense, as if you were out of tune with what most people consider normal. Maybe in your journey you have faced rejections, inexplicable challenges, or even a void that no one can fill. But let me tell you something. This is not a mistake. These moments are actually clues, secret signs, that you carry something powerful, something that only the chosen ones possess. And if you have been through this, know that you are not alone. What I'm going to share today may be exactly what you need to finally understand why your journey has been so different. Now, imagine discovering that all the seemingly disconnected pieces of your life are coming together to reveal a greater purpose. This is what happens when you identify the signs and understand the power that God has placed in you. But here is the secret. These signs are not given to just anyone. They are reserved for those who have a special mission and are willing to face the trials that come with it. Throughout this video, you will learn how to recognize these signs, how to use them as tools for your spiritual awakening, and at the end, I will reveal the rarest and most transformative sign of all. Don't blink, because missing this information could be like ignoring the call for which you were born. The chosen ones are souls designated by God to fulfill a greater mission on earth. They are not ordinary people. From an early age, they carry a unique perception of the world around them. Many feel different, as if they do not entirely belong to this plane. Spiritually, the chosen ones are identified as those who have a deep connection with the divine, an innate ability to feel, perceive, and transform the environment around them. This mission is neither simple nor immediate. It requires preparation, resilience, and faith, because being a chosen one means carrying a spiritual responsibility that transcends human understanding. In the spiritual realm, The chosen ones are those destined to be instruments of God to bring light and healing in times of darkness. They are not superior to anyone, but they have a spiritual sensitivity that makes them capable of receiving divine messages and fulfilling tasks that require courage and unconditional love. For many, this journey begins with a sense of emptiness or disconnection, until they understand that they were separated, not as punishment, but to be shaped for something greater. God chose them to be beacons in the midst of darkness, and the secret signs they carry are evidence of their divine mission. Joseph, son of Jacob, is one of the most powerful examples of a chosen one who carried unique signs. He was rejected by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and unjustly imprisoned. However, these challenges were not in vain. They shaped Joseph so that he could fulfill his mission of saving nations from famine. His dreams and visions were secret signs from God, confirming his calling, even when it seemed like everything was lost. Like Joseph, many chosen ones face rejection and suffering before reaching the final purpose that God has planned for their lives. Moses is another clear example of a chosen one. From his birth, his life was marked by signs. He was protected from Pharaoh's hands, grew up in the house of his enemies, and yet was called by God to free his people from slavery. Moses' calling came through a burning bush, a divine sign that only he could understand. Despite his initial reluctance, Moses accepted his mission, showing that even the most powerful chosen ones face doubts and fears. God, however, always confirms his calling with signs that strengthen faith. David is another inspiring example. As a young shepherd, he was chosen by God to be king, even when no one believed in his potential. He faced the giant Goliath with faith and courage, proving that the chosen ones do not depend on human strength, but on divine grace. David faced persecutions, betrayals, and moments of loneliness, but remained faithful to his calling. His life is a powerful reminder that the chosen ones carry an inner strength that comes from their connection with God. The chosen ones almost always go through intense trials. These challenges are not punishments, but tools to shape and prepare them for their mission. Pain, rejection, and difficulties are like the furnace where gold is refined. Many wonder why they face so much suffering, but it is precisely in these moments that the chosen ones develop resilience and learn to trust fully in God. The battles they face are proof that they are being prepared for something grand. The secret signs that the chosen ones carry are like God's coded messages. They can come in the form of revealing dreams, strong intuitions, or a deep connection with spirituality. These signs serve to confirm that, despite the struggles, the chosen ones are on the right path. God never leaves a chosen one without guidance. Each sign is proof that there is a greater purpose guiding their life, even when circumstances seem unfavorable. One of the most striking signs is the feeling of loneliness. Many chosen ones feel isolated, as if they are not understood by those around them. However, this loneliness is not a punishment. It is a preparation, a time to connect more deeply with God and understand their mission. The chosen ones need this isolation to hear the divine voice and strengthen their faith. It is in this silence that they discover their true spiritual identity. God uses trials to transform the chosen ones. Each difficulty is an opportunity to grow spiritually and develop qualities such as patience, compassion, and courage. Just as diamonds are formed under pressure, the chosen ones are shaped through intense challenges. They emerge from these experiences stronger, wiser, and more prepared to fulfill their calling. These difficult moments are signs that God is at work in their lives. The secret signs that the chosen ones carry are not coincidences. They are gifts from God, evidence that there is a greater purpose guiding their lives. These signs may be subtle, but for those who pay attention, they are powerful reminders that God is present in every moment. Recognizing these signs is the first step to fully embracing the divine calling and living according to the purpose for which they were created. God is always beside his chosen ones, gradually revealing the plan he has for their lives. Now let's dive into the secret signs that reveal the true essence of the chosen ones. We will begin by exploring the first group, internal signs, physical and emotional. These signs not only indicate your spiritual awakening, but also provide valuable clues about how you can align your life with the greater purpose that God has prepared for you. In this segment, we will go beyond just identifying the signs. We will offer practical tools so that you can recognize and utilize these gifts in your daily life. Get ready to discover how to transform each sensation, intuition, and emotion into a powerful guide for your spiritual journey. One of the most impressive characteristics of the most powerful chosen ones is their extremely developed intuition. For many, this ability manifests as strong premonitions that, when ignored, often result in situations that confirm the initial warning. Premonitory dreams are also common, serving as subtle messages from the universe or even from higher forces. These dreams, often vivid and symbolic, offer clues about the path they should follow or events to come. They are not coincidences. They are alerts that only those deeply connected with their spiritual mission can perceive. Over time, the chosen ones learn to trust this inner voice. When something doesn't feel right or when an inexplicable feeling arises, it's because their spirit is picking up vibrations that others cannot access. This gift can be seen as a tool of divine protection and guidance, helping them avoid dangerous paths or make important decisions. It's not just a sixth sense, but a direct connection to the spiritual source that chose them. Learning to interpret these signs can make the difference between walking in purpose and getting lost in distractions. Another remarkable characteristic of the chosen ones is their deep energetic sensitivity. They not only perceive but often absorb the energies around them, whether positive or negative. For example, upon entering an environment, it is common for them to immediately feel whether the atmosphere is light and welcoming or heavy and charged. Similarly, they can identify when someone is lying or hiding something, even if the person doesn't say a word. This ability is not a curse, but a gift that helps them navigate a world filled with conflicting energies. This sensitivity goes beyond the emotional and often manifests physically. Chosen ones can feel chills or sudden heat when in the presence of powerful energies. At times, even inexplicable headaches can occur when they are in energetically dense places. Understanding these reactions is essential, so they do not wear themselves out or absorb energies that do not belong to them. Many, unknowingly, carry an energetic burden that distances them from their true strength. Therefore, practices like meditation and energetic alignment are essential to restore balance. From an early age, the chosen ones feel that they do not fit in. It is common for them to feel like pieces of a different puzzle among people. This feeling of not belonging can be painful, but it has a greater purpose. It is a way to propel them to seek within themselves the answers that the external world cannot offer. This isolation is, in fact, a necessary period for them to reconnect with their divine essence and recognize their unique purpose. Although the feeling of isolation may seem like a burden, it is actually a privilege that leads them on a journey of self-knowledge and spiritual awakening. During these moments of solitude, the chosen ones receive the deepest revelations about their mission and the tools needed to fulfill it. They realize that instead of seeking external acceptance, they need to accept and embrace their uniqueness. It is in this silent space that the greatest spiritual advances occur. The feeling of not belonging can generate emotional pain, such as sadness or even depression. However, over time, the chosen ones understand that this feeling is a reflection of their true nature. Their soul vibrates at such a high frequency that it makes them different. They are not misunderstood by chance, but because they were designed to be unique. This duality, the pain of isolation and the greatness of purpose, is what transforms them into powerful beings aligned with their destiny. Energetic sensitivity also translates into empathy. Chosen ones are able to feel the pains and emotions of others as if they were their own. This can be a blessing, but also a challenge. Often, they need to learn to differentiate what is theirs and what belongs to others. This deep empathy makes them excellent counselors, healers, and spiritual leaders, but it requires careful balance so they don't get lost in others' emotions. Beyond emotions and perceptions, the chosen ones experience physical changes that signal their awakening. These can be inexplicable insomnia, changes in appetite, or even a constant sensation of vibration in the body. These signs, although disconcerting, indicate that their spirit is adjusting to a new frequency. It's as if the body is preparing to bear the weight of a greater calling. Understanding and accepting these signs is the first step towards true spiritual awakening. Chosen ones need to know that these feelings and sensations are not weaknesses, but rather tools that make them capable of fulfilling their mission. By trusting their intuition, managing their energetic sensitivity, and transforming isolation into self-knowledge, they unlock the necessary potential to reach their divine purpose. The path may be solitary, but it is filled with meaning and power.